morning. This is Bishop Joseph Warren Walker III, the Mount Zion Church of Nashville, Tennessee. And you're listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and I've got a word for you on this morning, wherever you are around the world. Philippians 3:13 and 14 says, "Brethren, I count myself to not have apprehended, but there's one thing I do. Forgetting those things which are behind, I reach forward to those things which are before. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus." Everybody has great things in store for them. But what's important for you to do is make some declarations about things you're not going to do. I want you to write these down because there's 7 things you cannot do if you're going to get where God's trying to take you. Here's number 1. I'm not paying the interest on the emotional drama others ran up in my life. Here's number 2. I'm going to refuse to accept shade from trees that bear no fruit. Here's number 3. Accept constructive criticism from people who have not constructed anything. How you going to tell me something if you ain't got nothing to show for it? Here's number 4. I refuse to dummy down my vision to accommodate incompetent folks. Here's number 5. I refuse to accommodate what I will not tolerate. Here's number 6. I refuse to sacrifice my family on the altar of my career. And here's number 7. I refuse to apologize for my story. Everything God let me go through, you know what? It was all working for the good. So I'm not ashamed the way I've been because it's all a part of showing you how awesome God is and where God is taking me. I want you to keep pushing. Don't let nobody hold you back. Hey, I'm Bishop Joseph Warren Walker III, the Mount Zion Church, Nashville, Tennessee. Check me out on my podcast, Next Level Leader Podcast, Dr. Joseph Walker, wherever you hear podcasts. And follow me now on Instagram at Joseph Walker 3. That's Joseph Walker 3 on Instagram. Let me know you were listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Be blessed, y'all.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Ted. This is your front page news. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Brett. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look this morning at your front page news. The Senate is set to begin debate today on voting rights legislation. Now, President Biden used the Martin Luther King Jr. Day holiday yesterday to again call on change to the filibuster rules in order to pass legislation. Civil rights leaders and Democrats say action is needed as Republican-led states have passed laws that they urge will make it harder for Black Americans and others to vote. Meanwhile, new reports find that 44-year-old armed man who held 4 people hostage in Colleyville, Texas synagogue for 10 hours on Saturday had been in a homeless shelter in the Dallas area 2 weeks before the attack. The rabbi who was held hostage told CBS News that he and 2 others managed to escape after he threw a chair at the gunman. In COVID news, research shows that getting a 4th coronavirus vaccine only gives people limited protection against the Omicron variant. The findings come out of Israel, where some people were given a 4th booster shot. However, researchers found that the vaccines still give strong protection from serious illness and hospitalization. And last but not least, starting tomorrow, Americans can order at-home test kits through a government website. The website is called test.gov. Again, that is test.gov. Our one and only Rock T, the sports genius, is out today.
Hey, hold on. Let me do this sponsor right quick. This segment is being brought to you by Geico. That's right. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. Special K, what up?
Hey, man, sports, the 2 biggest collapses in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs is that of the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys and Cardinals both had expectations during the regular season to make it deep into the postseason, if not all the way. Arizona.
Crazy. Hold up. I have a question, Special K. It's Maria Moore. Good morning, y'all. Why am I seeing so much talk about the Dallas Cowboys on social media? I mean,
you didn't see the game?
Yeah.
I saw the game, but I mean, it's days after. Like, why are people so obsessed with this football team?
Yeah, it's a lot of people love the Cowboys.
Team.
A lot of people hate the Cowboys, and the feelings are deep on both sides. But Arizona melted down with an ugly offensive performance last night in the first ever Monday night playoff game. They got smoked by the Rams, 34-11, and then. And everybody's talking about the Cowboys. Their first round, loss in the final seconds to the San Francisco 49ers, 23-17 at home. Yeah, it was ugly. We're going to talk more about it later in the show. But in the other weekend playoff games, the Steelers got smacked down 42-21 by Kansas City. Buffalo destroyed New England 47-17. Cincinnati took out the Raiders 26-19. Tampa Bay, led by the GOAT Tom Brady, sent the Philadelphia Eagles home 31-15 and got divisional playoffs coming up next weekend. Gary with the T, what you got?
All right, y'all. People are still talking about the beautiful, lovely, talented actress, Miss Tiffany Haddish, y'all. I'm sure you all probably heard by now that Tiffany was arrested, y'all, this past weekend, honey. They said she was pulled over, and she pulled into a yard, and, the police still say, girl, although you got off the street, you're still getting arrested. Now, they're saying that actress Tiffany Haddish is facing DUI charges after being arrested in Georgia recently. Now, officials told today, y'all, that the night school star was stopped in Peachtree City at around 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Now, Matt Myers, the assistant chief of Peachtree City Police Department, said that an officer, y'all, initially observed, honey, Miss Haddish stopped in the road while on a different call. Now, later he said someone called 911 to report a driver asleep at the wheel, honey, on Highway 74. Now, Myers said that an officer saw the car matching the description and conducted a traffic stop as the vehicle was pulled into the yard of a resident. Now, some people say, y'all, maybe she was trying to call Carmen to get help, to come help her out, or whatever the situation may be. But they did arrest her, y'all. And,
so petty.
She was on DUI. But, Ricky, I didn't know they arrested you. If you pulled over and pulled into a yard, a resident, that means you're safe or whatever. Why would they still arrest you?
So she was already pulled over, or did they see her driving?
She pulled into the yard. They said she pulled into the yard of a resident, and they still, honey, uncle. They said
they were looking for her, Gary. Someone had said they had sent in reports, Rick, and they had said something to the effect of, there was a woman. They told about the kind of car it was, and said that she was asleep at the wheel. So the police were looking for that car.
And they found it, honey, in a yard, honey, at somebody's house. I don't know if that's the house she was going to or not, but they still arrested Tiffany, honey. So we just got to keep our parties lifted up in our prayers, y'all. And hopefully, if she was calling Carmen, he came and, got out, posted the bond for her.
No, I'm sure she knew somebody in Atlanta. Everybody knows somebody in Atlanta that'll bond them out, for sure.
Exactly.
Well, I hope she should know somebody in Atlanta could have got her home instead of letting her drive while she was drunk. But that's neither here nor there, Ricky. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is syrup. On the high end, you say syrup, and on the low end, you say beautiful amber. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Wakanda Forever resumes filming. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 minutes after the hour, y'all. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. After months of delay, we are excited to report that the filming will continue for Black Panther Wakanda Forever starting this week. Production was stalled due to Letitia Wright's onset injury, as well as cast and crew members testing positive for COVID-19. Sources say that the highly anticipated sequel has about 4 weeks of filming left, and we cannot wait to see that movie. All right, moving on. Kanye West definitely knows how to secure the bag. We know that. His new Gap collaboration for his 2022 global launch is called Yeezy Gap, engineered by Balenciaga. According to reports, Gap initially planned on their collection with Yeezy hitting $1 billion in sales by 2025. However, it looks like that goal will be achieved a lot sooner. New reports claim that the Yeezy Gap, engineered by Balenciaga, teaming up could bring in close to $1 billion in sales by next year. That's 2023. So to date, Yeezy Gap has only released a hoodie and a unique bubble coat for fans to purchase. Balenciaga items have not got a release date yet, but reportedly the CEOs revealed that the Yeezy hoodie brought in online sales in one day from a single item in Gap history, the most online sales, that is. So congratulations to Yeezy, and I know that the Balenciaga collaboration is going to definitely bring in money, because the Gucci Balenciaga collaboration sold out very quick. So they're like collector's item pieces to get. Glad I got me one, Lord.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask, Brad. I know you got yours. I know
Girl, I had to wear mine on Wendy. My baby made me wear that thing. I was like,
it was cute, Brad.
Gary, we waiting on the knockdown.
Okay, I'm just listening to these girls ramble.
Gary, as soon as they come up with the knockdown, call me when them boosters get hot.
Okay,
you talking to the wrong person talking about a knockdown, child. You know Gary ain't doing that.
He gonna wait till it go on sale.
I wait till it go, bitch. I'm walking when I see the red tag, baby, on the sign.
Right, when she go to the consignment shop,
that's
what he gonna get.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Last but not least, Prince's estate fiasco has finally ended. Thank God. The legendary musician Prince's estate is now reportedly worth $156.4 million. The party settled on the amount after 6 years of negotiations. Now, when the widely successful artist passed away in 2016, he didn't have a will drawn up, leaving his 6 siblings and half-siblings to fight for their segment of the estate. I hate that because some of them probably wasn't even cool with him.
But not just that. But not just only that, though, Brad. What bothers me, those lawyers, honey, gonna rack up.
You know it.
They gonna rack up.
You know it.
33 in the third.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know, Eva.
Okay.
You know I know. 33 in the third, baby. They get a nice chunk.
Okay. It was originally valued at $82.3 million, which led to the 6-year battle. The value is significantly smaller than Prince's peers. Bruce Springsteen's publishing is reportedly close to $550 million, while Bob Dylan and David Bowie's are around $400 million and $250 million. However, continuing the court proceedings would require extra cash. Of course, we just talked about the lawyers. Prince's siblings have run up tens of thousands in dollars in legal fees. You just said that, and they were eager to settle so they could stop all that, fighting and just take whatever they're gonna get before the money ran out. You know what I'm saying? The Diamonds and Pearls vocalist earnings are expected to be split almost evenly amongst his heirs next month, once the IRS has taxed it at 16% when it's all said and done. You know the government is gonna get theirs. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note, but we got your wake up call, so hit us up at 8669 Ricky. That's 8669 RICKEY. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Well, I just want to let you know that most of us has gotten used to the new norm of getting our music digital and from streaming services, but there's a new trend that has music lovers searching for their favorite artists on vinyl. Yes, we taking it back. According to a recent report, vinyl album sales have jumped more than 50% last year, with nearly 42 million units sold, making it the first time in tracking history that the sales of vinyl albums outpaced that of CDs. Now, there are a few reasons vinyl sales have been making a comeback, because between collectors who grew up on vinyl in the 80s or younger listeners who are curious about analog music or just appreciate having the albums as a keepsake, reading the album notes and pictures. So when was the last time y'all got a vinyl album, and what would you say your favorite album on vinyl was?
I have 2 of them. I actually play my albums. And one of them is the best of Fleetwood Mac.
Yes, Ricky.
Yeah,
yes.
And then the other one is George Benson. I love Masquerade. I'm obsessed.
Ooh, yes.
I'm obsessed with Masquerade and that damn solo in the middle. Just it takes me all the way out. Boy, when I tell you Masquerade by George Benson is the best, and I got a bunch of albums.
Me too. It's something about hearing that needle on the record.
That crackle,
crack.
Yes. That
Brad,
crackle.
I wake up
It's so
every
nostalgic.
morning before I start the morning show, and I actually throw my record player on. I usually am playing Al Green, I'm Still in Love with You album, the A side.
Yes.
Number 2, I'm Glad You're Mine. But songs in the key of life. Everything that we can put on a record player with a needle, I have. My record, I must say, rivals the best of them, my little collection.
Okay, what about you, Maria?
Man, you know, it takes me back to when I started in radio at 90.5, the Flavor Station, Florida A&M University. You know, we didn't have computers. We had the little knobs, you know, the board that Marconi invented. We had a window. We looked out the window. We ain't had no computer screen. And I had to queue up my records and play the sweepers in between. I mean, it was so old school. But my very first record was Make Me Say It Again, Girl by the Isley Brothers. I remember I was listening to that. I was so young and just feeling the energy. You know, vinyl's just so nostalgic. I love it.
Yes. What about you, Gary?
Girl, I'm waiting for cassettes to come back. So
Lord.
Keep waiting.
Waiting for cassettes.
Well, I got my good old Purple Rain sitting right here, and my Michael Jackson Thriller with the thick plastic on it to preserve that thing.
Yes.
What about you, Special K?
I ain't got no record.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
This is important.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, I'm up and ready now, boy. I heard Tony Braxton, man. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. They're saying that he got himself a black queen. Who am I talking about? LeBron James, y'all. They're saying that fans are eating up, honey, Miss Savannah James' new look. Now, Savannah, y'all, she broken the internet, y'all, with several beautiful looks, honey, in the last few months. And now they're saying she's serving up another grown and sexy vibe on her Instagram. Now, Miss Savannah, y'all, she was spotted wearing a beautiful black suit dress with fur added to the bottom and on the ends of both sleeves. Now, they're saying her hair was dyed a beautiful ginger-colored curled and was at about medium length, falling just below her shoulders. Now, they said the black dress stopped around her mid-thigh with a pair of black strap-up heels added to complete this beautiful look that she was wearing. Now, they're saying the dress was from the collection of 16 Arlington, and they say it only cost her $1,800, and they're saying the heels were from Gian Vitos Rossi. Now, it looked amazing. They said LeBron loved his wife so much and ate it up so much. He said, quote, he put in the caption, he said, baby, when I woke up this morning and you walked down those stairs, he said, I said to myself, damn, that's mine. Simply beautiful queen.
Yes,
Isn't that nice?
I love that. You know, LeBron and Savannah, you know, people don't give them enough credit. They've been together since high school. We don't hear about scandals and cheating rumors with LeBron James. They got a nice family unit. I just love that family all together. I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Well, Maria, you don't have to cheat when your woman is Savannah. I mean, good God, the lady is drop dead gorgeous.
Excuse me? It don't matter who she is, honey, if they're going to cheat. If your woman is Khloe Kardashian, they cheat. So, you know.
But see, Savannah was there when he was shooting in the gym. So she been there since forever, and she look good, and she's a mother of his kids. Oh, no, he not going nowhere.
Well, honey, good luck to them. But they do look amazing together, and I love Savannah, honey. She does seem like a nice, sweet young lady, honey. And, you know, she's standing by her man, and hopefully and prayerfully he continue to stand by her, y'all, because, you know, right now, standing by one another is not always the best thing, but they're standing by each other. So congratulations to LeBron, honey, and Savannah, honey, because they're a happy couple, y'all. All right, moving on in other celebrities. Have y'all heard Tina knows this talk show yet? Have anybody tuned in yet?
What?
Yeah, she got her talk show. Yeah, it's coming out, honey, on the internet and what have you. Now, they're saying that she got her grandkids, y'all. They're going to be singing on the opening song with her, and it's going to be talks with Tina, y'all, and everybody's excited about it. But I'm waiting to see, honey, if Solange is going to be on the show. You know, I've said this one before, and it just kind of bothered me a little bit how, you know, most of the time with Miss Tina, it's mostly with Beyonce and her kids, and I don't know why, I just feel a certain kind of way about Solange. I think they all should, you know, kind of be together and whatever, but it's mostly, you know, Beyonce.
I think you don't see enough of Solange.
Yeah, you need to see more.
I don't think she wants the spotlight like that. I don't think she wants. She seems like, you know, a little bit more private and reserved. She getting her checks from all of the songs that she's written. You know, she's like the earthy rebel. So I can see why she's probably not as public with her as she is with Beyonce.
Yeah, but it just don't look right. It look like she's being deprived or something. But that's just me, honey. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I just think that she should put it all on.
She loves her kids equally.
That's what they all say, honey. But one always do a little bit more than the other one.
Just a little bit, Gary. Just a little bit.
A little
bit. Keep it real.
Because my mama said, we ain't building no bridges over none of y'all heads, honey. Okay. All right, moving on. In my final story, y'all, Wendy Williams. Y'all, let's continue to pray for Wendy. Y'all know if y'all heard the shocking news, but her staff is saying now that they think that she's not going to be returning. Now, they're saying that the production staff of the Wendy Williams show have become gravely concerned, y'all, that the daytime talk show queen will never return to her show. Now, according to the Sun, they're saying that while Wendy's, health sabbatical, they said she hasn't been talking to anybody, not producers, not senior producers, not anybody. And they're saying that she has disappeared. And at the only point of contact for production staff is through her manager. Now, they're saying her manager, is a former police officer. They're saying they're glad to bet, because, he's speaking to him and helping him out or whatever. But they're saying, Wendy had her divorce. They said, she went through grave disease, a thyroid condition, a breakthrough case of the coronavirus, alcohol and drug addiction, and a mental breakdown. And they're saying, y'all, that her staff now is finding solace in the fact that Williams' manager is a former police officer who is good at what he does. And they're saying her manager is an ex-cop, and they say, but he's not policing her. He cannot control her and tell her what to do or whatever. But people are saying that she may not be coming back. Do y'all think she's going to come back? Because I love Wendy. I just hope that doesn't happen.
I don't think she should. I think that she needs to rest and retire on a high note. I think that if she comes back, it's probably not going to be the same. Like, who knows what's going on in the background? It has to be serious, and I think it's going to be a stretch for her. I hope it's not. But based off of what everybody is saying, it seems like it's really serious, and maybe she should just fall back and, enjoy, the rest of her life, take her money, Rick? And find some peace.
Yeah, I'm sitting up here thinking maybe, you can always go back to your roots, go back to radio. But I really hate it for her. But I really hope she get it together because she should be on TV. Her show is successful.
Yeah.
And interviewing people and everybody look for what's the part of the show when she comes out and sit in the chair. Hot topic. That's like everybody's favorite. And I mean, Brad, we would sit there and be getting ready to do Dish Nation, and we would have it on the Wendy Williams show every single morning. So I don't know what else.
I think she over it, Rick. I think she over the show, over the people that work for. I think she gonna produce movies and produce TV shows and Lifetime specials.
Now that would be
stuff
good.
Like that. Yeah, I think
if she went into producing shows or whatever without doing what we call the heavy lifting. That would really, really be good for her, So when you can sit back and make the money and you don't have to be out there with all that pressure, that's good. That would be good for her for now because she's been in the industry a long time, and I'm sure she's tired.
All right. Well, the Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today is syrup. On the high end, you say syrup, and on the low end, you say beautiful amber. That's your Kahlua for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 24 minutes after the hour, y'all. Get at your boy, 8669 Ricky. Here we go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Because he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, want to know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hey, good morning. This is Miss Hollywood from Lawrence, South Carolina. Get up.
This is Michelle calling from Montgomery, Alabama. Wake up with the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Yes, this is Bam from Louisville, Kentucky, and I want to wake up IMA and all my homeboys in the hood. Wake up.
Hi, this is Monica from Flint, Michigan. Want to send a wake-up call to my daughter in Dallas, Texas. First day at the airport. Wake up.
Good morning. This is Reginald from Centerville. Want to say good morning to all my family in Centerville, Warner Robins, Atlanta, Miami, and Fort Walton Beach. Good morning.
When you at Miami, wake up. Seattle, wake up. In Detroit, wake up. Wake up. St. Louis, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. And Memphis, wake up. Wake up.
I appreciate it, Brent.
You welcome, Ricky.
And the Dallas Cowboys lost, and everybody, the world is upset, and it has the loss has taken over the internet. And for us Dallas Cowboy fans, we know that people hate us. Okay, I get it, but
it's true.
Yeah, hate us. Whatever. We get roasted and bullied so bad. But we got the one and only Jerry Jones joining us this morning. Jerry Jones, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Rock T and everybody. How you doing today?
Man, we doing good, man. We happy to have you on. Let's give a big round of applause. This is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, the one and only Yeah, Jerry Jones, how's everything going since the loss? I mean, what happened?
Well, not so good. We're trying to figure out what happened. We were just totally undisciplined, Ricky and Rock T. We were as undisciplined as a third-grade Sunday school class. I mean, jump in here, jump in there before the ball is snapped. It's just, it was awful.
14 penalties.
14.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, so how does that, so do you ever send messages down to the coach or whatever? Or you just kind of stay in the box and just let them coach? And Super Dave, and feel free to jump in on this, Super Dave, because you're a big Dallas Cowboys fan as well.
Yeah, hi, Dave. I'll send hand signals down to him.
Okay, my question for you, Jerry, this is the big question right here. The last play of the game, 14 seconds left. Why wouldn't you take 2 shots in the end zone instead of having Dak run down the field for 14 seconds and then the game is over?
Absolutely. Well, first it was I like to drop everything right there. Depends and all, because that just I'm speechless. Why we'd run the ball under those kind of circumstances. It didn't make any sense. That's when I don't know why. I'm speechless, and I do send signals. I send hand signals, but I can't tell you any of them on there.
Can he read the hand signals, or is Mike McCarthy
he reads them.
Or he thinking about a hamburger?
He reads them all right. He reads them.
So who are you looking for in the draft for next year? Because what do you feel like the Dallas Cowboys need? Is that a legitimate question, Super Dave?
That is a question. Let's see if he can. He's the GM. He should be able to answer this.
Well, I think we can use some shore up our secondary. That's one of the things we can do, and I'm going to take a peek at some linemen.
Right. You ever thought about letting somebody else be the GM and you just kind of sit back? Because I think that's what the problem is, because I'm just being honest.
No. Let me tell you. I'm the captain of this ship.
Right.
I'm at the helm, and I'm driving this tank up and down the field like I wish we had done.
But the transmission is bad, sir.
Well, we're going to lube up that transmission. And we're going to head straight ahead for next year.
Okay.
But it's not just me and the Dallas Cowboy fans that are let down, Ricky. It's people that are close to me that I can't talk too loud. Like Roosevelt took it real hard.
Right. Is Roosevelt around?
Yeah, he's around. I mean, he didn't want it. He's letting his hair
let us just say good morning to Roosevelt. Because
Roosevelt, get down from there. No, you get down from there right now. Standing up on that. Get down. He's up on a chair saying he's going to jump. Wait a minute. He's been hitting the juice lately hard too, Ricky. Grape juice, orange juice, apple juice. He's been drinking all. Hold on a second. Hello?
Roosevelt.
Hey there, Mr. Ricky.
Yeah, sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Want to offer our condolences. We're sorry for your loss.
Yeah, it just lingers. It just seemed like yesterday.
It's always next year, Roosevelt.
Yeah, always next year. But I try to occupy myself by cooking. I just keep cooking. I'm cooking everything. I'm cooking some eggs Benedict, some peach pancakes, some souffle, some croissants, some beef meatloaf, and I'm cooking some plant-based pork patties. I'm gonna just cook. I can't cook no more. That's the only thing I could do. Just cook.
So you take it just like constantly taking meat out the deep freezer.
Out the deep freezer, I throw it out first. Of course, one time I put some frozen patties on there. Have you ever had?
Now, how do you make frozen? No, I haven't. How you make that, Roosevelt?
Well, you just turn the fire up real high, and you just Roosevelt, snap out of it. Snap out of it. Snap out.
Did you slap him?
I'm sorry, Mr. Ricky.
Dave, you didn't hit him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ricky.
Mr. Jones.
I'm sorry, but it took desperate measures.
Right. So, Jerry, I mean, we look forward to next year, and you just got to keep pushing. But at least you made the playoffs this year.
Yeah, but I had said on your show we were going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And we are. We're just sitting in Section 3D.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us in every move that you make, every draft pick, and everybody that you're looking at. Just kind of keep us informed.
Okay, wait a minute. Rose wants to say something to you.
Yeah.
Hamburger, we got green beans, we got...
Hello, Black Tony.
Hey, son.
What's
hey,
up, Black? Black.
I might need a little favor from you, son.
Are you coming to work? Let's talk about that first.
I'm trying to make it, but I might need a little favor from you.
If you come to work today, that's gonna make it feel like you getting a week off to a good start.
It's no way impossible I'm gonna make it today, son. You already know it behind me. You know what I'm doing right now.
What?
I'm walking on the highway, son.
You what?
I'm walking on the highway. I'm so sleepy right now and tired, son.
For what?
Cause some of your comedian friend folks had done something for me to come down to Miami, Friday or Saturday.
Friday. Yeah, you was in Miami Friday.
They had something for me, They told me to come down there, and they wanted me to come out on stage and wave to the folks and say, "What's up?" Because the folks in Miami love me. And they said, come down here, we'll give you some money. They paid me some money. The comedian folk paid me some money. They paid me. They gave me $400, shouted.
Right. Hey, Faison Love told me to tell you what's up, man. He love Black Tony.
Hey, I'm gonna tell him what's up. But right now, I'm shouted. They had bought me what you call it, the get down there plane ticket. But they told me I had to get my own
one way.
Go back. They didn't give me the triple round ticket. So look. I done took my money. I said, I'm going to take this little $400. I'm going to go, because it was in a casino. I said, I'm going to take this money out here and flip it. You know what I'm saying? Come back with about $4,000 or $5,000, right?
Yeah.
So I lost all my money. I ain't win damn dollar.
Oh, my God.
I ain't win damn dollar, so I started walking to come home. I started walking back to Atlanta.
You went to the Hard Rock or the one on Dania Beach?
Yeah, the Hard Rock.
Oh, bro.
And I'm walking back from there now because I ain't got no choice now. So I just started walking on the highway, so I'm walking back to Atlanta now.
From are you on 95?
Yeah, I've been walking since Friday night about 2 in the morning.
Have you made it past West Palm Beach?
They said I'm finna be in Jupiter.
Where?
Jupiter, Florida. I need somebody to come scoop me up if I make it to Jacksonville.
Yeah, you almost, if you get to Duval County, man, call. Hey, I got a homeboy named, I got Ernest Maiden, and I got Marvin Salter, and then my boy Booby.
Well, according to my phone, it say I'll be in Jacksonville at 11 o'clock Tuesday. Or Wednesday.
Can't we all just get along?
At the Red House Furniture,
we can.
At the Red House.
I'm Richard, a.k.a. Big Head. I work at the Red House, and I'm black.
At the Red
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's homes.
I'm Johnny, a.k.a. T-Engage. I work at the Red House, and I'm white. I like deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
At the Red House.
I'm black, and I love the Red House. I'm white, and I love the Red House.
I'm a black woman, and I love the Red House.
I am white, and the Red House is for me.
At the Red House.
For me.
Look at the sofa. It's perfect for a black person or a white person.
This mattress is perfect for a white person. Or a black person.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
And all people.
Who playing the keyboard though in the background?
With one finger. One finger. That Casio keyboard from back in the day.
He said a Casio, not a Casio.
Tapping that thing.
Hold it! Half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 6 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment is being brought to you by Game. That's right. If your laundry is longing for a scent that's seriously irresistible, you gotta try Game Flings detergent. game. All right, 6 minutes after the hour. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Venus Williams, she has been, y'all, on top of the world for more than 20 years, y'all. And they're saying, not surprisingly, y'all, the most accomplished and beautiful tennis star that has been pursued, y'all, by some of the richest and most handsome men in the world. But according to reports, y'all, that are circulating online, y'all, Venus Williams is still reportedly a virgin. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the article, which has been reprinted hundreds of times online, claiming, y'all, that Venus Williams is sticking to her strict Jehovah's Witness upbringing, and Jehovah's Witness practice does not allow sex before marriage. Now, they're claiming, y'all, that she said, quote, they said, it is funny because Venus decided as a child that she would wait until she finds her husband before having sex. Now, they say Serena did not go that route, but it turns out that Serena is married while Venus is still looking for her husband, y'all. And isn't that a wonderful thing that this woman, she's sticking to her beliefs? She is definitely doing
good
it.
for her. Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
man, if that's true, that's crazy.
I'd be scared to be the first one. Golly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be scared to be the first one. I'd be so damn nervous. We'll start off clothes burning. Just gonna clothes burn for about the first 6 months.
Oh, Lord.
Make love with jeans on and a wet t-shirt. This is about the best.
You stupid.
A lot of denim rubbing, huh?
Some tight Gloria Vanderbilt jeans like elementary school and put a little water on your t-shirt. That's enough. At my age, I'm cool with that, and then we can cut them.
Well, I think it's a beautiful thing that Venus, honey, is standing when she's not letting herself get all dirty or anything like that, honey.
All them 40-year-old virgins out there, we know y'all ain't rocking no thumbs, so we already know. Y'all got them regular panties.
Oh,
so we okay with that.
Well,
Yeah, because sometimes the woman,
you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I think that's a great thing, and that people wait, but before marriage. But for me, I'm like, I need a sample, because you gotta, once you get married, like that's just what you got.
You gotta
and
test
you gotta
drive
just
that car
figure
before
it
you
out.
buy
You
it.
gotta
That's
test
right.
drive that thing.
That's what Maria, that what the Asian, the folks do. They give you those once you taste that
little
little
meat on the stick.
That little meat on the stick, bro. You going over
you
there.
Get a little sample. They
you
know
over
you're
there,
gonna
once
buy
you
the
taste
whole
that,
entree.
then you stand over there. You like, nah, I ain't gonna go to Chick-fil-A. I think I'm gonna just get me a whole. And then they load you up. They load it up.
They load you up. They ain't stinky at all. Yes.
Yeah, but
About 30
I
minutes
would-
later, you.
I don't know if I would want to be the first one to make make that happen for her.
Y'all gotta say 41 is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
No,
Yeah, I'd be
Good
too
for
nervous.
her. If that was her decision, if
That's
that was her
right, honey.
decision, and she
I don't
stuck
care.
by it,
It's
good
still
for
that's
her.
crazy.
No, it
She
ain't
probably-
crazy.
and then she played tennis too. She probably rock your ass to sleep. Yeah, she have to hold you. You laying up in her arms like a bitch.
Moving on, child. Another celebrity news, y'all, honey. Female rapper baby Miss Chinese Kitty, y'all. This girl was forced to give back her $150,000 watch that her boyfriend gave as a gift. Now, they said, honey, her man allegedly repossessed the watch after Chinese Kitty, honey, decided to break up with him. Now, she said, honey, she called him an Indian gift. She said, if a girl don't want to be with you, honey, all of a sudden you want to take your mess back, honey. But she said, honey, it was only a diamond-encrusted Art Noir Pied watch, and it was worth $150,000. But a lot of people saying, no, she was stupid to give it back, because she said, honey, she helped pay for half of the doggone watch. And they say it's obvious that she doesn't watch Judge Judy, because allegedly when somebody legally give you a gift, it's your gift. You don't give it back. So
Well,
she
yeah,
should have kept the watch.
It's a gift, but you ain't finna be wearing it while you with some other dude. If you got that watch on, I'm sitting next to y'all at the movies.
Oh,
You'll lose a finger.
You damn right. If I give you a watch and you go out with what? Right.
You looking at the movie like, watch is gonna happen next, right there. And in between them, right in the middle. Right in the middle.
If I give you a watch and you wear it on a date, I'm going. I'm going.
God. Yeah, she said Indian gift. If you give me the watch, it's my watch. So, honey, just go ahead and get you another watch and just be a man about it, like Tony Braxton saying, go ahead and get you something else. Hell, all that taking back stuff, Indian givers. Anyway, moving on, child. In my final story, y'all, this is a very touching story, y'all, and I want y'all to grasp yourself. It's being reported out that Oklahoma pastor, y'all know Pastor Mike Todd in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my
Well, they
gosh,
say, baby.
I saw that.
Yes,
Oh
they
my
say, baby,
gosh.
he rubbed his spit on the parishioner's face during a sermon during a pandemic. They said Michael Todd, he leads the Transformation Church in Osnabrück. Receiving a vision from God might get nasty. He said he then fills his hand, y'all. He hawked up some spit, honey, and then rubbed it all over the man's face, honey, and invited him on stage. He said, and then here's
was the man blind? Because Jesus
you would
did
thought
it.
Well, yeah, he did, but he was blind.
Jesus
Ricky.
spit into the mildly clay and rubbed it on the man's face, and the man's sight came back. Maybe the man was blind.
It wasn't no clay. It was just
wasn't
straight
blind,
spit.
Rick.
Oh,
You know, but I think we
straight
believe
up
in
spit.
pastor. We should let pastor do that. If pastor spit in his hand and wipe your
no.
face, you should be able to
No,
receive
you wouldn't
that.
let nobody do that.
Okay.
You would not let nobody spit in your face.
Ricky, tell them what they did in the Bible day, how that man
Pastor
just
had to
talking
get
about.
slapped.
No, wait, hold on, Brett. Y'all didn't do that at Apostolic.
Ain't nobody put no spit on nobody's face now. Come on now. We did anointed oil. We did the
Right.
blessed oil, but ain't nobody did that now. Back then, you didn't do the spit.
So what they do when they do the oil at y'all Apostolic? How do y'all? Because we don't do the oil in Baptist. What do y'all do with the oil?
Oh, they just put the little dot of oil on your forehead and then he pray for you because it's blessed oil that the whole congregation has prayed over.
Okay.
Well, they
That's
might have
better
prayed
than-
over this man's spit. I mean, you know, he's
No.
a
Okay,
pastor.
y'all sitting up there talking about spit. Ain't nobody saying nothing about how many times your mama spit, lick her
That's
hand and wipe your
different.
face.
That's your
and
mama.
then-
That's your
and then-
mama.
Yeah, but now you going to school smelling like Raisin Bran. Nobody said nothing about that. Mama been doing it in the car for years, and then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose because the pastor did.
Pastor can't spit on me. I'm
The
sorry,
pastor is
I thought
anointed.
y'all
Your
lied.
mama's wasn't anointed. This man was anointed. He's anointed. So he's a pastor.
Whatever.
Well, at least the man's sight
brother
came
that
back. Go on
took
with the
it.
next story.
All right, the color today, honey. The color today, y'all, is syrup. On the high end, you say syrup, and on the low end, you say beautiful amber. That's the color for today. Oh, yeah.
Boy, them damn blind people gonna be getting up there to that church. Boy, all of them gonna be on there. Everybody in that congregation next Sunday gonna have on shades.
You ain't putting your DNA on my face. That ain't happening.
Not that
No,
day.
no,
Boy, the
sir.
blind. If don't nobody else come, the blind is coming. I got a frat brother that's blind. Line name is 2020, man. I swear. I ain't making this up. All right, y'all. Y'all give it up for Gary with the D.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all please help me welcome National Action Network President and founder, the one and only Reverend Al Sharpton. Good morning.
Good morning.
Man, it seemed like you was in my house yesterday because you was on every single channel. And I know you had a real busy day yesterday, and happy to have you. Thank you for joining us this morning. And it's pretty ironic that the main topic of discussion on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day was whether or not Congress will get voter right legislation passed. And what do you think, Reverend Al, Dr. King would say, if he was alive to see this uphill battle that we are facing just to protect voter rights?
I think that he would probably be very, very concerned and outright upset that here we are, 2022, fighting over what he and John Lewis and others got done in 65 and renewed every 7 years. And here we are at the state where we are seeing the country turn back state by state. You have 19 states so far, Ricky, that have made new laws, 33 laws in voting regulation. And the only thing that will stop them is federal legislation. All we need is 50 Democrats to stand and say, we want a new rule so that we can go around the filibuster, which means we don't need 60 votes. It could be a majority vote. And two of the Democrats won't go with us. We've met with Sinema. We've met with Manchin. They keep holding out. So we keep putting the pressure on. Chuck Schumer, the head of the Democrats in the Senate, was with us at National Action Network yesterday. He said he's going to call the vote today. I just do not, for the life of me, understand why we are allowing Manchin and Sinema to go against a sitting Democratic president and the Democratic leadership.
Real quick, Reverend, I know Special K wanted to ask them, but just what are their issues?
They are saying that they want to do it a bipartisan way, that they don't want it just a Democratic vote. But when we met with Manchin several months ago, he said, well, let me draft a bill the Republicans will go with. we would let him draft a bill, which is the Freedom to Vote bill. He couldn't get one Republican. It is that they are playing to a base in their states that don't want to see voting rights. That's what it is. And just as we had Dixiecrats before that blocked civil rights legislation that we had to get around, we are seeing them behaving as if they're that block today. And we've got to stand up to them.
So, Reverend Sharpton, and in addressing what you were just talking about with the new laws in those 19 states, what more, or is there anything at this point, and also the two senators that are blocking, what more can we do on our part out here to help push this? Like, what more can we do other than write letters and contact our representatives? What more can we realistically do?
Well, I think that writing letters and contacting your senators is one thing, and it shouldn't be dismissed. But I think the plan B is that if they start the debate today and do not get the vote, then we must be prepared to go back in force to the president and Department of Justice to have the Justice Department challenge these state laws one by one and to see what the president can do with executive order. We did not want to go to Plan B until Plan A was totally exhausted. And we have a roll call to see which side everybody's on. But we are prepared as soon as the vote goes down, and if these two do not come back, to go to Biden and say, under executive order, you can do A, B, C, D, and get those done, and have Garland and the Department of Justice go into these states and sue and hopefully get the courts to stay some of these laws as unconstitutional.
Reverend Al, before you go, please tell us about your new book, Righteous Troublemakers, Untold Stories of the Social Justice Movement in America. So excited about this book. Please tell us about it.
Well, you know, I felt that there were key people in the struggle for civil and human rights that had never got the attention they deserved. If you ask the average person who's Claudette Colvin, they don't know. She was a young woman, kid, that sat in the front of the bus in Montgomery and was arrested for not giving up her seat during segregation 9 months before Rosa Parks. But nobody knew her story because they said, well, we don't want to rally around her. She's dark-skinned and she's pregnant, not married. No one knew attorney Pauli Murray. Pauli Murray wrote a lot of the legal doctrines that Thurgood Marshall used in the historic Brown versus Board of Education fight. They didn't want to exalt her and expose and give her the kind of credit because she was a woman in the 50s. They didn't do that, and she was gay. So I said, no, these people need to be written about. People need to know about them. And while I have the limelight, I want to be able to put the limelight on those that paved the way. So it's a book about people that made pivotal moves, and people should buy it. It's in the bookstores now. When I told Rickey about his sister, he thought I was talking about him, but I'm talking about those that did before us.
Right. Yes, and we need that. We need that. We need that inspiration, and we need those stories told. Reverend Al Sharpton, you have done so much for the civil rights movement, of course, through the National Action Network. How do you feel about young adults and our youth and moving the civil rights movement forward and you know, these new leaders coming up? What message do you have for them?
I'm encouraged by many of them right in National Action Network. And my message to them is don't go what is trending, go what is truthful. A lot of them just want to get something and say something provocative and get a trending thing going and likes on their social media. No, do something that will last decades from now. Don't be so caught up in how young you are because you're getting older every day. Be caught up on how right you are and get old doing right.
Hey, Reverend Al, before we let you go, just real quick, how old were you when Dr. King was assassinated? And did you, I always wondered this, I think I heard you talk about it before, but I just couldn't remember, and it just killed my curiosity yesterday. Did you ever get to meet Dr. King or see any of his speeches live, and how old were you?
I was 13 when he was killed. I had just become youth director of his organization in New York because I wasn't a Southern. I'm from New York. And I did see him twice. He came to my church twice. I did remember the day he died because I was part of the organization. I was just 13 years old. but I was able to, down through the years, work very closely with his wife and his son and I, as you know, work hand in hand, and he's the one that united me with his mother. So I got to know a lot about Dr. King from my association with Mrs. King.
Oh, wow, Reverend Al. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, Reverend Al, one day, can you just come on the show? We just want to ask random civil rights stuff and just talk to us about, just stuff that's just outside of the regular interview questions like what we had this morning. I would love to have you come on and share some of those small stories like, I'm real good friends with, we have some of the same circle of friends, Reverend Jackson. I didn't know that Dr. King, would always pop a lifesaver before he's, would make a speech. A lot of people didn't know that Dr. King was a pool shark, that he would run the table on a pool table, that he went to the nightclubs and would shoot pool with people when they were trying to tell people that the bus boycott was not over. And just a lot of little stuff and how funny. And Reverend Jesse Jackson, I get a chance to hang out with him. I get so many people, Miss Clayton, would tell me some of the jokes that Dr. King was really, really hilarious. And he always liked the best at telling jokes when him and some of the other pastors would get together the night before, a speech during dinner. And they would just, I want to know some of those stories, Reverend Al. You come on with us.
I'd love to come on and tell the stories, and because people forget that he and those of us that came behind him that certainly didn't reach his level are human beings, and people need to know their stories, and they need to know. I know stories about Miss Clayton and Reverend Jackson. I even know some stories about Rickey Smiley.
Hey, Reverend, don't make me pull out that old picture that we took when I was working for the Doug Banks Morning Show. Hey, Reverend, I love you so much, man, from one boy of an Ada to another boy of an Ada. Both my grandmama and your mama, they got the same first name, so that's my little connection to you. And I just absolutely love you, Reverend Al, and you have just been awesome in my life, and I really appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you pick up a copy of his new book, Righteous Trouble Markers. That's right. Makers. Righteous Trouble Makers. All right, untold stories of the social justice movement in America. Y'all give it up and show your love right now for the one and only Reverend Al Sharpton.
Love you, Ricky.
Love you, Reverend Al. All right, John Rick, the morning show. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know, Brother Jeff. Good morning.
So listen, did you all hear what President Biden said about the murder of King versus the murder of George Floyd?
No.
I didn't.
He made a comment where he said the murder of Dr. King didn't have the global impact that the murder of George Floyd did. I was confused of why that kind of remark was even necessary. I was confused.
Did he misspeak?
Well, and the context of it, I think, was more about how George Floyd's death has caused so much shift in where we currently are. But obviously, why do we need to make these kind of remarks about those kind of comparisons? So I'm going to leave that there, because what I hope on this day after King Day is that we recognize that the greatest form of celebration is actually inspiration. And so there were a lot of speeches that were given, a lot of programs that were done. But if we truly want to walk in celebrating King, and anyone from that matter, it's how do we look at how they live their lives, and how are we inspired to do things like be courageous in the face of the things that scare us, evolve and commit to mastery when it's so easy to sometimes be mediocre. And just recognize, man, that when King was killed, he was at the lowest point of his popularity, not because he didn't know how to speak, but because he cared more about impact than he did image.
Right.
And I think that in this time, when we are dealing with so many of us that are more concerned with image than impact, we could learn something that says, wait a minute, what good does it make if I'm known, if I have followers, if people like me, if people adore me, if people celebrate me, if I am not actually using all I have to serve? King said that he didn't care that much about awards. It didn't matter how many had been given. It didn't matter all of his accolades. But in the words of the Mahalia Jackson song, if I could help somebody as I pass along, if I could cheer somebody with a word or a song, then my living would not be in vain. Man, how simplistic is that, brothers and sisters? And if we could simply, if I could help somebody as I pass along, if I could cheer somebody with a word or a song, then my living would not be in vain. I'm going to leave y'all with that, y'all. Those are 3 things I got for you. I'll check y'all on Thursday.
Hey, Jeff, appreciate you, bro. Love you, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Love you back.
All right. Yes, sir. Jeff Johnson, 3 things you need to know. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Xscape, y'all. Listen, man, the legendary Xscape, 3 minutes after the hour. Brad, talk to me.
Well, let me just tell you, this single became Xscape's first commercially successful hit. It peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, and it's been 4 weeks at number 1 on the Hot R&B Singles chart. So congratulations to my fam, Candy, Latasha, Tiny, and Tamika of Xscape.
Yeah, oh, man. So, Brad, how y'all did you come up before or around the same time Xscape came up? And what was that all like with y'all young and working together and growing up together? So,
oh, man, we was real young. They were Jermaine Dupri's first artist on So Def. So that was the first group that he was working with, and then I came along. Criss Cross was actually signed to another label, but he created Criss Cross.
Right.
Oh, man, they was working on their album when I came down there, and I always tell this story, and they hate when I tell it, but they did not like me. When I came in JD's studio, they was working on something, and they all looked up like, who is this? Like, they was like,
right.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, my God. And I had loved them so much. So I was like, my little heart was broke. But we all became cool and grew to love each other. But I think they felt like, okay, well, he's supposed to be working with us. Who is this new person? You know what I'm saying? That's totally just how young. I felt. Yeah, just young. But I love all of them now. We all have great relationships from Candy on down to Tiny. And I'm proud of them because they still remain to do their thing and be successful. So that's,
and they sell out. They sell out everywhere where they go. Maria, what do you know about the Xscape? Because you have an afternoon radio show. So what is your Xscape story?
Man, I know that they've made timeless records, and I even think about the nostalgia from when I was growing up, listening to Xscape and wearing the baggy clothes and like doing a little side to side swaggy dance that came with the video, but always a part of my childhood and growing up, and then some of my first memories, doing radio, playing those Xscape records. So near and dear to my heart, Ricky.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you and when you and Special K turn 70, y'all be doing those commercials like what Tom Joyner and that lady be doing.
I'm gonna be getting checks when I'm 70.
Hey, ain't no problem here. Sign me up.
What's that commercial?
We can start practicing now, Special K.
Come on now.
Is that like Lifetime music? Like Lifetime music?
Hey, I'm with it. Have my old ass up there reading them lines and getting them little checks.
Yes.
Just don't tell jokes. Just don't tell
You squinting at the teleprompter, trying to read the
Take us 18 takes to get 3 lines out.
Yes.
Oh man, okay. I just thought about that when you was talking. I had a flash. My ADHD kicked in. I saw you and Special K on that Lifetime music.
I keep telling them to hold on while I go to the bathroom and come back.
You walk around with a suit on. You got a pamper on.
Why you so thick around the middle?
It just depends on because you're running up the production cost. The staff is on overtime because you got to keep going to the bathroom. Going in there with them little communion shots of urines.
That was unnecessary.
An irritable bow.
That was quite
Ricky
descriptive.
giving us all the visuals this morning.
We need that.
Oh boy, I've been on one since last night. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just had a flash.
I think it was Chris with the gold teeth.
Yeah. We celebrated karaoke last night, and I was Miss Janie's 84th birthday, and it went down at the Stardome. You can go to our Facebook page, but I was just shocked. I was in total shock when Chris came on stage. Everybody knows Chris. That's my co-host for karaoke night on Monday nights at the Stardome. And Chris had an all-top, all-bottom gold teeth, like I'm talking about just kicking. I said, what?
Wheels.
Yeah, man. Chris got it going on. And so we had a great time celebrating 84 years of a national treasure who people all over the country. I was in Detroit this weekend, and nobody be like, Ricky, we love your radio show. Ricky, we love your comedy, whatever. They say, where Miss Janie? That's the most question, and that's the most question that I get asked all over the country, everywhere I go. Especially when I went to Chicago, I'm walking through Midway Airport. Every ticket, the TSA agent, everybody all through Chicago, Midway Airport, and O'Hare, hey, where Miss Janie? Where Miss Janie? That's all everybody wants, because she just remind everybody of somebody that they know, love, or their grandmother, or somebody that they just, so she is just awesome. And we had a great time last night, y'all. 8 minutes after that. Mr. Thomas.
Hey there.
Mr. Thomas, what happened? We was looking for you last night. You and Maestro Power, we had y'all some VIP tickets for Miss Janie's birthday party at the Stardome. What happened?
Yeah, we got caught up with these couple of chickadees. That's what happened. Caught up with a couple of chickadees.
Y'all didn't get on the highway, did you?
No, we never made it on the highway. We had these girls. They took a couple of chickadees, had a nice little townhome right outside of Wabasso. That's where we were, and that's where all the oranges Maestro Powell from. There's some girls he knew. So one was upstairs, I was downstairs, and all you got to do is follow the orange peelings on the ground in the house.
So y'all was out over there with two chickadees eating some oranges.
Two chickadees eating oranges with the candle lit, because it's kind of nippy. So we didn't want to go out there. Why did you get?
What kind of music was y'all listening to? The OJs, the Whispers? What was y'all listening to, Mr. Thomas?
Well, we was listening to the Whispers because we was juking downstairs. We began to rock, steady rocking all night long. We was singing that, boy.
So y'all were juking.
Rock it to the break of dawn. Oh,
and what the chickadees was drinking? What y'all had? Some Ripple?
And we had some Ripple. Okay, one girl, she was, I don't know what, boy, I tell you, Maestro was in the garage with her. I kept telling her they would come in the house, but the girl wouldn't come in the house. Maestro couldn't get the girl in. She was in the garage drinking, and they was having a card date in there. Hold on, because Maestro was talking to the girl. They still down there. I'm going to go and open it. Excuse me, y'all still out here? You need to come get your friend. Oh, Lord. What's your name? What's your name? Wait a damn minute. You mean to tell me Maestro messing around with him? That's why you couldn't come in the house. The girl in the garage. I told him I can't get out, so you had to come down here and just, kind of do what we do in my car, because I don't get out. I can't.
Hey, let me read the Fat Tasha.
Hey, Ricky, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Fat Tasha. You was supposed to bring Maestro and Mr. Thomas up to Miss Janie's birthday party last night at the Stardome.
I'm sorry. I put him to bed.
Uh-oh.
I put him to bed.
From the car.
He in the back seat sleep there.
You put it on him.
I put him to bed. I'm telling you. Talk about get on top of him. Boy, please.
Oh.
Boy, please. Boy, please.
That's how you way.
You need to go and get out our face. Talk about get on top of him. Boy, please.
I'm done. Mr. Thomas.
Lord, Maestro.
Maestro getting it in, ain't
he? Yeah. He needs to wake up. Round 4, Maestro, wake up.
Oh, man.
Round 4.
Oh, man.
Round 4.
Hey, round 4. Golly, Fat Tasha.
Like Rocky.
Huh? Y'all not playing in that PT Cruiser this morning, huh?
I didn't think we had this kind of room in here. You should have seen his face up against the window. Fogging up my PT Cruiser.
All right, y'all. 12 minutes
talking about.
12 minutes out.
Boy, please. Get on top of here. Boy, please.
Don't say it no more.
Maestro, you are. Boy, please. Boy, please.
Man, go to commercial, man.
Back seat.
No, I can't do it. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 26 minutes after the hour, y'all. The front page news is being brought to you by America's Best. At America's Best, you never overpay for eyewear. Get 2 pairs and a free quality exam. That's right, a free quality eye exam for just $69.95. It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look this morning at your front page news. Now, it was a very stormy MLK Day for many people along the East Coast. A huge winter storm caused tornadoes, freezing rain, heavy snow, road closures, and flight cancellations. As of last night, nearly 50,000 homes were without power in 6 states, stretching from Georgia to West Virginia. Meanwhile, President Biden used the MLK holiday to again call for changing the filibuster rules in order to pass new voting legislation. The Senate is expected to begin debating today. Civil rights leaders say that new laws passed by Republican-led states make it harder for Black Americans and others to vote. Now, in related news, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen held an MLK Day address in which she said the U.S. economy, quote, never worked fairly for Black Americans or really for any American of color. Yellen said that there is still much work needed to narrow the racial wealth divide. In December, the unemployment rate for Black Americans was double that of white Americans. And if you need another reminder that we still have a long way to go, police in Sumter, South Carolina are searching for a person who changed an electronic road sign to say honk if you hate N-words. The word was spelled out. Now, this happened on January 15th, which is the actual birth date of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in a very high traffic area near the U.S. Route 76 in East Sumter. Police are offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. Meanwhile, in COVID news, new data shows that 1 in 5 Americans have been infected with COVID-19 since the start of the pandemic. With a drastic increase in cases, many people are trying to get a second booster shot, but early studies have found that a 4th vaccine provides only limited protection against the Omicron variant. Last but certainly not least, starting tomorrow, Americans can order up to 4 at-home COVID test kits through a government website, but the test will take about 7 to 12 days to arrive. The site is called covidtest.gov. That's COVID test with an S.gov. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, just log on to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com. Our sports genius Rock T is out for today, but filling in, we got the one and only Special K. Special K, what's going on in sports?
Man, 2 big collapses or letdowns in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs, man, over the weekend. The Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys, probably the biggest disappointments in the league. They were both expected to go far into the playoffs, and it just did not work out that way. Arizona, start with them, they melted down last night with an ugly performance against the L.A. Rams, who showed them who they are. Stafford and Odell Beckham Jr. both did their thing, beating the Arizona Cardinals 34-11. And, of course, the sports world, just go to your social media, man, and you can find out what happened with the Dallas Cowboys as they were upset by the San Francisco 49ers, 23-17. And we're looking forward to the divisional round of the playoffs going on this coming weekend. Moving on, you got the my computer just went off. You got the moving on. You got the Rick. All my scores just went off. Oh my God!
You ain't charge it.
Nah, I guess it just.
That's what be happening. You be on stage too.
Oh
my God!
I had a Rock T internet moment, man. The whole thing, everything shut down on me. God, dog.
Brett,
what you got in the hot spot,
Brett,
man? I ain't got
Brett,
the scores.
Brett,
I ain't got the
good day, Brett.
Damn it, man.
Brett.
It just went down.
What?
Bro, we did a show at the Miller Theater in Augusta. We was on a show together Friday.
It was great.
And boy, he came on stage dressed like Cisco from Drew Hill.
You lying.
Ricky, I had on a Michael Jackson red and black jacket. It was very nice.
Why did you wear that?
I got a lot of compliments. Huh?
Oh my God.
I had on that red and black
Yeah,
jacket. It was
everybody in
kind
their
of a Michael
60s.
Jackson.
Yes, women in their 60s and 70s loved it.
No,
they sure did.
They like that jacket.
Yeah, on a red and black Michael Jackson. It was a mix between a beaded jacket and Thriller jacket. The same person that made Theo's shirt from the Cowboys show.
Let me tell y'all, Buffalo Bills rolled over New England. Kansas City doubled up on the Steelers. Tampa Bay.
Time up. That's right. Thank you. Good morning, Ricky.
He had one job, honey.
One job.
It's the BR18.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat.
Good morning, Brett.
Go ahead, Rick.
Go ahead, Rick.
Get the hot spot. Go. That's all I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, you staticky.
Now yours went out.
Oh, good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and I'm here with the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. T.I. is letting it be known to put some respect on his name. While on Instagram Live, Tip said none of his rap peers are on his level. He explained, y'all can't mess with me in no way, shape, form, or fashion when it comes to doing no music, man. I got a lot of other stuff I'm on that's going on, so I don't do music on no consistent basis. I don't depend on that to feed me, you hear me? But when you talking about doing music, when you talking about cutting records, you talking about putting out good music, talking about making music that's better than anybody out there, man, ain't nobody messing with me, nobody, bruh. So T.I. also spoke on Jay-Z, Nas, and Lil Wayne, and on IG Live, he said, Jay-Z and Nas, Wayne, yay, they who you need. Keep trying to throw my name in the circle, in the mix. Ain't nobody messing with me. Keep playing. I'ma keep showing you. What y'all think about that one?
I would be terrified.
I mean, he kind of ain't told no lie. I mean, Tip hold his own pretty much against anybody.
Gary, yeah, and all those guys he mentioned are talented, and they, you know, they made staples in the industry. They the reason the culture's so dope right now.
King of the South, baby.
Salute to all them. Jay-Z, Nas, Twista, Lil Wayne, everybody. All right, y'all. Moving on. Last but not least, Kanye West is under fire because his creativity is seeming to go too far again. Peter done got on him, and they recently pinned a tweet using Kanye West and the Games, his new song Easy, over the spread of their beliefs about animal rights. Oh, Lord have mercy. The song received a lot of attention, no holds barred. The cover art shows a top half of a skinned monkey with his arms up. Oh, Lord. Peter shared this artwork saying the disturbing image of a skinned monkey that at Kanye West shares serves as a reminder that there is no real difference between humans and other animals. Their lives aren't easy when we abuse and kill them for food, experiments, clothing, or entertainment. Oh, Lord. Kanye and the Game have not responded to Peter on the matter. You know, Peter be on it. You can't wear no fur. You can't eat no child. Oh, Lord.
They said
Okay.
it just like you said it too, Brad.
I know, you know they did. Oh, my God.
Nobody responding to Peter.
It is kind of ugly, and I guess, yeah, it's like a skint monkey, I think, and I'm sure there's a method to the madness, but I just don't know what it is.
That just sounds
all right, y'all.
nasty.
There's a picture of it. It just don't look too pretty, but I'm sure it means something. You know Kanye. So, all right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Yanetta Spring. We're talking out Tuesday. And we got the praise mix down. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is Talk It Out Tuesday. Y'all help me welcome our therapy expert, licensed professional counselor, Yanetta Spring.
Yanetta
Hey, Yanetta, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing today?
Man, we blessed. We happy to have you, man. So New Year, same you. So what are we going to do?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, what are we going to do? So we've talked about how to know it's time for therapy, right? How to find a therapist that's right for you. So now I kind of want to get into what do you do once you get there, right? Because for somebody who's never been in therapy, it could be confusing or anxiety producing because you really don't know what to expect, right? You work up all this courage to get in therapy, and then you looking at the therapist, and the therapist looking at you. So today I want to share 3 ways to know to get the most out of your therapeutic experience. What I found is that sometimes therapy could be the first time somebody's really had time to sit down and have deep conversation just centered around them. It can be easy to have deep conversations about other people and what they got going on, but when it comes to talking about you, it can get a little uncomfortable, and that's okay. But so I want to, talk about how to get the most out of it. And the first thing is, it's okay if it feels awkward. In most cases, with therapy, you are exercising skills and vulnerabilities that you have not exercised before, or that you don't necessarily engage in on a regular basis. So get comfortable with some level of discomfort. It shouldn't be extremely uncomfortable. If it is, say something, but it's okay for it to be a little awkward and uncomfortable, especially starting out. Number 2 is knowing that therapy is a collaborative effort, which means you and your therapist are working together to achieve your goals, right? So this is you establishing, what you want to work on and your desired outcome early. It can be really beneficial because you can only go as far and as deep as you're willing to go and as far and as deep as you feel safe to do so. So being really open to say what's on your mind, this helps the process with therapy. I always tell my clients, I want to hear the unfiltered version of that story, right? I don't want to hear what you watered down or the edited version. I want to hear what comes up for you, when you think about this, instead of feeling like you have to, say things the quote unquote right way. And next is think about what bothers you in between sessions, right? And come prepared to process this. Because 45 minutes to an hour, you can activate a lot of change in that time, but the work happens in between sessions, right? So really keeping up with how you felt, in the moment, writing it down or, make a note of that so that you and your therapist have something to work on. Really knowing that.
You should definitely keep a note because you'll get in there and start talking about one thing that bother you and talk the whole hour up. Okay.
Talk the whole hour up, right? Yeah. And then at the very end, it's oh, yeah, this happened. Right. So you want to come prepared with those things starting out so you can make the most of your time. And I just want to, therapy is a starting point. It is not the finish line, okay? So we make a lot of, efforts around going to therapy and starting the process, but don't waste those opportunities believing that, okay, now I'm in therapy, I'm done. It's still your responsibility to get in there and do the work. And the beauty of therapy is even though you're working on yourself, you're not doing it by yourself, right? So that's the big difference of trying to work through things on your own. So those are the 3 things I have, ways to get the most out of your therapeutic experience.
Hey, Gary, did you hear that? The work that you have to do in between sessions.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to work with you on the in between. You go to therapy, but you don't do the work in between.
Well, what would my in between be, honey? Because I've been going.
It's just not shopping, not going to the mall. Going to the mall.
But that's the part that helped me, I mean, hell, if I don't go to the mall, I'm not going to be complete because I have to feel happy in between.
But why does it take you going to the mall to make you happy?
Because it clears my head, Ricky. When I walk through the mall and see all the beautiful stuff that I can't afford, honey, it makes me hope and dream, and that puts me to the point where I'm happy because I'm gonna be hoping and dreaming, and one day I'll be able to acquire some of those things.
You can afford it. You can afford it. You got them deep pockets, Gary. You can afford it.
Let me tell you something, honey. Looks are deceiving you now, right?
They can be. They definitely can be.
That's right. So y'all
you make sure you link up with another, and let's start to work on the in between so you can have a better. Because you asked me to help you this year, and we working on the in between your therapy.
We're working on the in between.
Your health and your exercise, and to get your mind right. And then you get your mind right, people are going to be attracted to you, and then you won't be by yourself next New Year's. Thank you so much. Of course,
look at Jesus.
Talk It Out Tuesday segment is not meant to be a replacement for actually going to therapy, but it's a start. And you can always get more information on Unetta's website, springforthcounseling.org. Unetta, thank you so much. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Y'all take care. Bye.
you.